Good morning on a Friday. It's been a while since we've been out here together on patrol because listen, y'all, I got a new program and I am learning a lot of different things, but the program would probably not have hit me as softly if it wasn't for the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, meteorologist Jonathan Kegges in the truck with me today. Thanks for joining me, sir.
Hey man, thanks for having me. This is cool.
This is cool. I'm glad you like it.
I'm loving the truck.
We're joking earlier that if the truck ever goes missing and there's a big storm, let me just call Jonathan because the keys are probably with you.
Yeah, the good thing is I don't know where they keep them, so I'm
Good.
gonna have to do some investigative work.
No, we can keep it that way. So first time in the truck with me. Obviously you know about the truck, but you knew about the truck before a lot of people did. And you know, it's not just all about traffic. Obviously we live in the state of Florida, so I knew that this would ultimately be used at some point to put and dive ourselves right into storms, show weather conditions, and obviously the aftermath of a lot of different things here throughout the community.
Absolutely. I mean, it is a powerhouse vehicle, and it's well marked, so you'll be able to know that keep everybody safe.
And
to see where it's at.
We've got the technology in here.
Oh,
we can access radars. We could do everything. I could drive you around, and you could do your mapping system right here in the car. So, Jonathan, you've taken over a lot of different things at News 6. News 6 Plus has taken on its own other world, bringing you on board and then starting Weather-Wise with Jonathan Kegges. And it's pretty amazing because I like to boost your ego a lot, even though he does not like taking it very much. But one of the smartest guys I know, and the way you talk about weather, bro, it is like... it just rolls out of your mouth. It's easy, it's understandable, and it's so relatable. And I think that's why the YouTube channel is taking off. If you're not following him on social media, you need to be giving him a follow. His Instagram account is live at Certified Kegges, right?
We're at Certified. Yeah, that is courtesy of the one and only Trooper Steve right here. He was on me every day to get that Instagram.
Well, it was like, come on, bro. You're our
know.
social media guru. You know, you do all our online stuff when it comes to weather. You needed some representation on Instagram. So you invited me out somewhere today, and I'm actually really excited about this.
I hope so.
So what are we doing today? Where are we at?
All right, so we are at a very awesome airport.
Okay.
The Sanford International Airport. And we have a kind of a rare event. It's the Hurricane Awareness Tour. It happens every year. But the National Hurricane Center and the Hurricane Hunters select 5 airports across the country that do get impacted by tropical systems, and they bring their.
We're one of them.
If you weren't sure, Florida is a state that is impacted, unfortunately. But they started in Maine on Monday, and they flew all the way down. This is their last stop in Sanford, so they've been busy this week to spread awareness about hurricanes.
Wow. So this is no joke.
This is no joke.
This is they're really like. From Maine, hey, pack it up. We're going to Florida.
I think they started in Portland. I know they stopped in Norfolk, Virginia along the way. I don't remember the other 2 spots, but Sanford is the last spot. I was talking to Alan Harris, emergency manager in Seminole County, of course, and he said he's been trying.
See him right up there in the gray pants and the khaki hat. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. You got the front camera. See, I love all these cameras.
Boom.
He was saying they've been trying to get them here for 15 years, and it's been a mix. I think they were here 2017, I think, and they were at Orlando Executive.
Okay.
But now they're at Sanford, and it's really cool. It's an opportunity for the public to come out and tour the planes that actually fly into these hurricanes.
We actually have the plane. It's not just like a mock-up or a demo plane.
No.
These are the planes.
The pilots, the meteorologists, and the planes themselves.
I'm going to show them. Here we go. Let's see the first one here. Tell me what this one is that we're looking at right now.
All right. So the one that you are seeing kind of right smack dab in the middle of your screen here, that is the NOAA P3 hurricane. So that is the Department of Commerce and NOAA's plane. Those fly right into the hurricanes. That one's actually Kermit. So they're named Kermit, Miss Piggy, and then they have a small one, Gonzo.
So, I love that.
So you'll see when you go in and tour the plane, they have a Kermit decal or a Kermit stuffed animal hanging from the windshield.
So that plane that we're looking at right now, this plane is a active national NOAA, give me the thing again.
National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration.
What meteorologist Jonathan Kegges said. That is their plane, and that plane physically flies into storms to this day.
Yes, sir. Today, if there was a storm that formed tomorrow, God forbid, it would be out there.
They'd be getting ready
to go.
To roll out.
Yep.
Now, you told me something kind of cool. So they kind of like keeping track or tally marks and stuff. they keep a track visually of every storm they've flown into.
Yeah, they have a decal of every storm that they've ever been in on the back tail of the plane, or not on the tail, but just in the back plane. I don't know my plane terminology.
No, it's all right. The tail area.
Fuselage back
sure.
there. But they have every storm they've flown into. I believe these exact planes have been flying since the 70s.
Okay.
So they've been in operation for a very long time. The deal is, and a hurricane hunter told me this, that you really can't, there's not many prop planes anymore. You can't fly a jet into a hurricane.
Why
because
not?
It'll suck in all the water and that. So they need the props. So that's why you had the big turbo props on there to fly.
I've been thinking that for so long, wondering why. Like, for example, to our right side right now, we've got a few fancy jets sitting over here. They're not part of this event, but these are private jets over at Millionaire. Now, I've always wondered, why are we flying these type of jets into it? But it's because of the water getting into the actual engine.
Exactly.
Not going to happen.
You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why they said the contingency plan going forward, whenever these planes are finally retired, they got to figure that out because there's not many turboprops still made. So
Crazy.
That's why, it's weird. Like you said, there's all this jet technology now, and they're using.
So the other plane far left of the screen, hard to get an angle on that. That is the United States Air Force C-130.
And you know
Hercules.
that bad boy.
Oh, I know that big boy right there. Beautiful aircraft. What do you know about them and that unit specifically? Do you know anything about that Air Force weather team?
Yeah, so they will do the exact same things. There's a few differences. I don't know if you can make it out on that.
Well, then we'll go back to
that one. There's like a little unicorn thing right at the nose cone of that NOAA plane. That one is primary for research. It's going to fly right into the center of that storm as well. But we still get that real-time weather data to help improve forecast. The Air Force one, they are also contracted by NOAA and the Hurricane Center. So when the Hurricane Center puts out a flight plan, more often than not, it's going to be those C-130 Hercules that are out there as well. And they have the same kind of instruments formatted for weather. But we were talking earlier that could go in if there was, God forbid, a war. That those can go right back into being military aircraft. I mean, it obviously is a military aircraft, but it's
war ready, operational
ready. There you go. There you go. You know the terminology.
Yeah, no, that I find it amazing that you've got two agencies in a sense, tandem working together, reporting to two different obviously leaderships, but with one kind of mission. They're Air Force. We got the best planes. Why not team up with NOAA to get more accurate and more different type of information out there? Today's event, obviously prepping before hurricane season makes its impact here in Central Florida. June 1?
June 1. You got
June
it.
1.
Not that far away.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
This is what happens when I'm only 3 chairs away from the Weather Center. And it's great. The PIO from the airport taking a picture of the truck at the moment. Got me a little distracted.
I know. I was like, who is that?
No, it's the PIO for the Sanford Airport. So what is this event doing for the public today? Because it does open to the public between about 1:30 today.
You got it.
But before that, I see buses already lined up out there. You told me the school kids. This is almost like an open house educational moment.
It is because I think a lot of people may not understand what the Hurricane Hunters are doing. They're doing much more than just sending us really cool video from inside the hurricane, but all the data they're collecting. I mean, inside the hangar, they've got those sail drones. Meteorologist Candace Campos has done so many reports on what those sail drones do, the information that they sail right into the hurricane itself. So now they can.
Is that what that is right there in front of us?
Thing, yeah.
Let me see if you could see that. You can't really make it out, but if you look inside the hangar, there is that bright orange kind of thing hanging. That's the sail drone.
That is the sail drone. So they've got, I think, 12 of those now. Just kind of.
What a time to be alive!
It's
Kegges.
Nuts. And you really can't see it, that little yellow torpedo-looking thing.
Right.
If you come out at 1:30, I think you have to get tickets. It's a free event.
It is free.
You have to sign up.
All the information's at clickorlando.com. The website is there. You can literally register today and just fill out the thing, and you're here.
Yeah, they just want to make sure they want to know how many people are coming, so they can plan accordingly. But that's measuring the ocean heat content. So one of the big things is like we know with Hurricane Michael.
Right.
It was forecast to be quote-unquote just a tropical storm, and then we know it exploded, rapidly intensified. Those little torpedo things measure the ocean heat content below the surface, so that we can get a better idea of how much ocean energy is there to fuel the storm. So now we have the hurricane hunters dropping their information from both the Air Force and the NOAA planes. We have the sail drones that are at the ocean level because you really can't get people there because it's impossible. You will die.
Right, it's dangerous.
You can't get a boat there.
Right.
And then you have under the ocean, and then they also have these new drones that they literally launch out of the belly of that NOAA plane that we just looked at.
Are you kidding me right now? I feel like I'm playing a PlayStation game.
That's exactly what it is. So, quick story. I was talking to these guys, the NOAA guys and gals are based out of Lakeland. So they hang out in Lakeland. That's where they're
here?
They're here. They are local. I believe Biloxi.
I'm learning something today. Okay.
Biloxi or the Air Force.
Okay, yep.
Or is it
Mobile, Alabama?
It might be Mobile. I always screw up the two.
I don't know why I got to say it like that. Alabama.
Alabama. But yeah, that's where they're based too. So they come at it from
two different angles. Yeah.
It's Alabama. I know it's Alabama. Anyway.
Okay.
Lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
PlayStation. They do different things.
There was one time in Hurricane Ian, it was getting too dangerous for the hurricane hunters to be in there. That
says a lot,
rarity,
right?
Because these people are crazy. Okay, they are very smart. They are, putting their lives on the line literally to get critical weather data. They had to bail, so they're like, "Hey, want to try that drone?" They got out of Dodge, and they got to a safe place of the storm, and they were controlling that plane. They recorded wind speeds about, I think, 2,000 feet off the surface of the ocean at 200 miles an hour.
From a controller?
From a controller, yeah. They were literally flying this drone.
But at the flip side, a lot of people would be like, oh, technology. But this works for us. And by the way, they're based out of Biloxi.
Yes.
Yes. So you got it. You got it down.
Mobile always comes in.
That's just the go-to for it, But it's to think that we're now collecting data from multiple tiers of the storm. In return, that gives you guys more accurate information to deliver on TV to give to the viewer.
Yes, I talked about this yesterday on Weatherwise, actually, that the hurricanes are like a pancake.
Okay.
Because you have different layers of the pancake. So atmosphere is kind of the same way. You have to get critical information where the atmosphere is touching the ocean, because that's that interaction that we don't know a lot about, because you just really can't get, until now, underneath the hurricane to see how it's taking that energy from the ocean and then transferring it into this heat engine that is this massive storm. And
I'm sure you guys learn things from that too, right?
Unbelievable.
Like if we weren't capable of doing this 10 years ago, and then a meteorologist today had that, they'd go, wow, if I had this then, we could have changed up how we delivered the information to you, because we would have known what was going to happen.
Exactly. So this is going to improve those models. It's going to improve forecasts, improve decision making, and all that stuff. So it's I know there's a bad rap of like the cone shifts and things like that. They're predictable. Predictions are getting better with that fine-tuned movement of those things, and all of this technology is going to help.
Awesome.
It's crazy.
I will break character for a second. Donovan, can you mute your phone, please? Thank you. And right now, I'm going to switch gears and put it on you for a second. Jonathan, why'd you get into weather?
I was scared of it. That was one of the reasons. Thunderstorms freaked me out as a kid. I was always running into my my parents' bedroom when there was lightning. The Weather Channel bar, the warning bar, always scared the crap out of me.
Okay.
So I wanted to know what was going on. They were like, "It's the Angels bowling when the thunder."
I've heard that one.
Yeah. So that was part of it, and I think the blizzard of '93. I was 5 years old.
Okay.
I remember my dad opened up the garage door and there's 2 feet of snow from the.
And you're just amazed.
Yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh originally, so that was our storm of record. And I know Floridians know the blizzard of '93 well from the severe weather side that it dropped, in that year down here. But I think the combination of those two things, I was just glued to the TV, glued to the weather.
Where'd you go to school at?
Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State. Yep.
Awesome. Well, man, I appreciate you taking some time with me today. I know we get to talk a lot.
We do.
We get to hang out a lot at work, but this is the first time that we've gotten to do this, and what better than a weather thing, and we're pulling results 1 into it. So I appreciate you joining me on the stream today.
Hey, man.
And I'm going to get out, and I'm going to have you take me on a tour around this place, because, guys, this place is slowly starting to fill up a little bit. You can see outside. There are people all over the place. The professionals of hurricanes are here. This is what's going on here. Every resource that is out there is here right now at Sanford International, and it's open to you. It's open to the media to really, there's no better way than to say that open door policy kind of situation to putting it here, because look what's happening. They're not hiding anything. They want you to see their equipment. They want you to understand how this stuff works. The fact that they have the sail drone out here speaks volumes of what's happening. So this is going on until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Jonathan and I will be here the entire time, hanging out. Hopefully get to meet some of you guys. So for now, we're going to wrap this up because Jonathan and I got a lot of stuff to do.
Got some interviews, we got some tours,
Yep. He's got, we've got Mark Lehman's out here.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 photojournalists.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got me and the truck. So good luck with how that turns out.
And I just want to say that the truck all lit up looks really cool next to these Air Force and NOAA planes.
I'm just
going to say that.
Hey,
That's awesome.
You don't need to just say it. I know it's true too. And by the way, we're the only news people with a cool truck.
That is fact.
Just saying. And we make the other police cars look like shame too. So. All right. Always wear your seatbelt. I'm Trooper Steve. This is meteorologist Jonathan Kegges. Make sure you always tune into Weather-Wise with Jonathan. That happens every morning at 8 a.m. on News 6 Plus. Plus, anytime you get any type of push alert, whether it's YouTube, whether it's on the News 6 app, and you see that meteorologist Kegges is putting something out, you want to watch it because you're going to get educated real quick about it, guys. So, brother, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You guys
Thanks
have
for coming.
a great and safe day. Wear your seatbelt. Based off of what my weather team's telling me, we might have an interesting day today. If you want to give a quick wrap on that.
True, yeah, and real quick, that might be the only caveat as to why we may have to bail early. There's because we're obviously out in the open. On the
very open.
On the tarmac here. So there's a lot of meteorologists here, so we'll have to get... We can't be struck by lightning, of course.
No.
I don't want anybody struck by lightning, but it would look really bad if a meteorologist gets struck by lightning because we should know where it's at. But that might be the only reason why we'd have to bail before 3 o'clock because there's some pretty nasty weather moving in. So be careful with that. Meteorologist Candace Campos has been tracking that all morning.
Absolutely. So make sure you have the Pinpoint Weather app, the News 6 app, all apps and notifications. Be educated because that's how you are prepared. Love you guys. Have a great day. And we will talk to you guys later.